Hello, dreamers, and welcome back to Dream Queen by Perla'S. Sagittarius, this is your reading for the week of June 28th through July 4th. There is no songs for this week. Sag, what is going on with you this week? It's kind of like you're hiding from the world, or you're just like you're going from like work to the house, from the house to work. You're really not in this energy of wanting to interact that much this week. It's almost like the sense of like you want to retreat from the world, whether it's like self-care or just some alone time. There's this feeling of like almost like nauseating. I'm not saying that you're pregnant if you're a woman, but it's just like it's almost like you're sick of something. You're either sick of a situation, sick of a person, sick of something, and it's coming through as like literally like nauseous. Like I feel like I want to vomit right now. Something is making you that upset. And again, I'm not being shown what it is. They are showing me a triangle, so this is a situation that involves you and two other people. Doesn't necessarily have to be a love triangle. You know, this can be you arguing with two coworkers, or you know, somebody throwing you under the bus in a certain group or something like that. But there's something that it makes you, again, I'm feeling like nauseated, like someone's behavior makes you feel like you want to vomit. Because I'm trying to see, but like there's hardly anything on, like they're not really showing me anything. They're just letting me feel the nausea, the and I don't know why I have to say this, but I have to say it. But for those of you that are nauseous because you're pregnant, I am sorry to say it, but you're going to be feeling that nausea till the end of the pregnancy. Just had to say it. That's for a very few of you, maybe just one of you, that it's almost like by this time your nausea should have been gone, and it's still here. Just know that it's going to stay the entire pregnancy. For the rest of you, again, this alone time, or this going off the grid, or just kind of like staying away from people, is because someone has made you, like, it literally like their presence, or just hearing their name, or just the person itself, seeing them, just makes you sick to your stomach. What I'm going to say next, you might not like, Sagittarius. There's something, whatever bothers you so much about this person is something that is reflecting inner work within yourself that you have not done. So, before you go ahead and you get upset and you go ahead and, bitch is lying. Let's say you have an issue with people that lie, right? Because you don't lie. You don't lie to others, so you don't like it when people lie to you. So you're sitting there and you're like, no, you're wrong, Perla, because I don't lie to other people. But do you lie to yourself? Just saying. Are you always 100% honest with yourself? Are you always responsible, or do you always take accountabilities for everything that you do? Or is there a part of you that lies to yourself in order to justify your feelings towards someone or your actions? So being bothered or feeling nauseated, let's say, because somebody is lying, somebody's like a compulsive liar, they lie to everybody about everything. When we look at it from a perspective or a point of view where, okay, there's something about this person that is irritating you because you don't want to face it within yourself. The lying part is not so much that you lie to other people, but it's that you lie to yourself. So a lie is a lie, whether it's to someone else or to yourself. So that's kind of like what I want you to take from this. So what is it about this person that makes you feel so nauseated? And where in your life, and this is the part that where it gets a little tricky, the action or the behavior that they're doing towards or to people doesn't necessarily mean that you're doing it to other people, but it could be that you're doing it as a self-destructive energy to yourself. They maybe gossip and criticize other people. Maybe you stand in the mirror and you criticize everything about yourself. That's kind of like how I want you to look at it. So yeah, it's good that you want to separate yourself from this person. It's good that you want to take that time to kind of like, like, okay, I need a space because I hate feeling like this. But also use that time that you're taking to remove yourself from this person's energy to see what it is. Why is it that this person's action, whatever it is triggering you to the point where you feel nauseous? Again, it's not necessarily going to be something that you do towards other people. This can be just something simple that you do to yourself. Maybe this person cheats their way to the top in some way. How are you cheating yourself out of opportunities? How are you cheating yourself out of living a healthy lifestyle? Like, I want you to kind of like think outside the box and don't think that what is triggering you from this person is going to be exactly the same thing in your life. So that's really one of the things that I really want you guys to pay attention to this week, because again, you're feeling literally nauseous about someone's behavior, but it's almost like these are not the ones that I wanted. It's almost like spirit has these are no. Where are my cards I'm looking for? I'm sorry, guys. These are. I knew what I wanted in my head, and I guess I put them in the wrong place. It's almost like spirit is trying to. This is something that has been brought up before in the past for you. This is a behavior that you are aware that you've had to, you were supposed to work through. Something that you have been aware of that needs either tweaking or redirecting. And you've ignored it. So now it's like whenever you see this particular behavior in other people, Sag, you get nauseated. And that's probably why this week you might want to just be home. Or you just might want to stay away from people, because you may be meeting or may be coming across a ton of people that have this behavior that you within yourself haven't faced or have been kind of like running away from. So give me 3 cards for Sag. Spirit, 3 cards for Sagittarius. What are we looking at for Sag? Number 20, Lighthouse. Don't doubt your worth. Mirror, treat your body like the palace it is. And the Phoenix. How's that for happily ever after? So we have the number 20, 4, and 9. So the lighthouse. A lighthouse, when we think of a lighthouse, right, we think of some, you know, a physical lighthouse, like that illuminates the light for the boats to come in, right, for the ships not to go and like bump into the rocks and stuff like that. And I feel that that's kind of like the energy that's going on. She's hanging a frame and it says, "I am always enough." And yes, you are always enough, right? And just because something is being revealed to you or something is being shown to you as to why someone is triggering you that bad doesn't necessarily mean that you're a bad person, doesn't necessarily mean that you need to change it or whatever it is. This can also be more of learning to be more acceptance of others and not being as judgmental as you are, because I'm definitely picking up an energy of like somebody that is a little bit more judgmental than what they assume or they perceive themselves to be. We have the mirror. Treat your body like the palace that it is. And again, we're talking about mirroring. We're talking about this energy of someone is coming in, whether it's one person or multiple people, that are triggering you in many different ways in things that you are failing to see within yourself. And then we have the phoenix. That's, how's that for a happily ever after? Necessarily, just because something is being brought out to your attention, something is being revealed to you, when it comes to traits or behaviors or whatever, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to change them. It is more becoming aware. When you are more aware of who you are and what triggers you or what leads you to, you know, to make certain decisions or etc., it allows you to grow and allows you to evolve a little bit more. A lot of people believe like that in order to be, you know, spiritual, to be whatever, that you have to conduct yourself in a certain way, and that's not necessarily true. Everyone's path is different, and things are being shown to you or things are being revealed to you through other people's action, right, that trigger you, so that you're better, so that you get to a position where you better know yourself. Okay? Doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with you. Doesn't mean that there's anything that needs to change with you. If there's something that you feel that you want to change, you change it. But pointing out that things are being revealed and that that's why you're being triggered is not me telling you that you need to change that. It is you just being aware or getting to that point where you are aware of like exactly who you are. So I have certain traits that I'm aware of, and I know what gets me to that point. So I haven't necessarily changed that, whatever this is for me, right? Because it is something that in certain cases, let's put it this way, will be necessary, right? But is not something that I am triggered by anymore when I see people behaving that way or doing that type of action or whatever it is. Because I know that within myself it is there, but it's dormant, and I let it out whenever I want. I don't know if that makes sense. I know I be going out there sometimes, guys. So it is about, you know, being, you can't be in control of something that you're not aware of. So right now you're in this space of becoming aware of certain things, and unfortunately it's coming in this space, and I'm not taking all of those, I'm sorry. It's coming in this space where you're being triggered through another person, if that makes sense. And that's fine. Need one more. So we have rebel because fuck it, right? Fuck it. So whatever it is that is being revealed to you, maybe something that maybe society looks down, or maybe something that people are like, oh, you shouldn't be like that. Oh, you shouldn't. But it's something that may be necessary. Maybe something that you need in order to set certain boundaries. You need in order to be. You need to be a certain way when it comes to certain people. So I feel that the triggering is coming more to make you aware that you yourself hold that same behavior or characteristic. I can't even say the word. Your second card says, have you eaten? You're acting like a big ass baby. And then it says, you need food in your belly. Eat a fucking taco. So again, there is something that is triggering you. You know, when we act like a baby. Hey, there's nobody in that room, sweetie. Zena. When there's something that is triggering you, we tend to act like babies. We tend to act like, you know, like, oh, no, like whiny and stuff like that. And then your last card is love. Get some, give some. It will cheer your ass up. And with the love card, it's kind of like that. It's like it's about accepting yourself, and it's about accepting others exactly as they are, and not necessarily going into the space of needing or wanting to change everyone, or needing or wanting to change every aspect of yourself just because it triggered you in someone else. When the time is right for you to grow out of something, or for you to change any behavior or anything like that, it is going to come, and you will know when the time is right? There is a sense here, Sag, to, again, love yourself completely, and that includes those parts of yourself that you're being triggered by someone else at the moment. And that's pretty much the only way that I can explain it. Well, that is all that I have for you for this week. As always, thank you for your love and support. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. Hey, what happened, Mama? And donating for those of you that have done so. If this reading resonated with you, go ahead and hit the like, share, and subscribe. It definitely helps with growing the channel. I'm sorry, she's right next to me. I gotta look at her because she gives me the puppy eyes. If you would like a private reading, the link to my website is down below in the description. Sending every one of you. What do we say, Zena? Woo! No, she's not gonna bark. Sending every single one of you love, strength, and blessing, guys. Take care. Love you all. Bye-bye.